Anyway, welcome everybody to the VAU mic check. Now, today we actually have a couple new faces, which is always fun. Today's script is going to be quite interesting, I believe, because it is written for a different market entirely than America. Then again, I don't know. Some of you are maybe outside America. Some of you may be Canadian. I don't know exactly. Some of you may be watching from anywhere and are familiar with this particular script. And if you are, please go ahead and leave us some comments about what you think. Any insights, anything about it, basically. Even if you want to just link the original thing to us. But yes, so today's script is going to be interesting. VAU News. Chris, the owner of the VAU, has been working on a new version of the website, which will potentially include a new way to host the mic check.
That's going to be awesome.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We're not going to have to fiddle with anything weird anymore. I'm looking at you, Google Plus.
Yes. Yes, Google Plus. Oh God.
Well, anyway,
been?
I know all things that it could have been. It used to. It started out so easy, and then it just got itself way too complicated for its own good. But anyways, so with the script, we have a volunteer already for to start.
Yep,
so,
that would be me, right?
Is the script the one that begins with "I really must be going"?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead, copy that off into your favorite text editor.
Let me try.
Paul's going to go ahead and read. After he's done, anybody please feel free to go ahead and jump on in.
Paul, Wesley?
Yeah, you're welcome to.
Sure thing.
Cool beans.
I really must be
yeah.
going. Wait, can I start? Yeah?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, go for it.
All right. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the most spiffing new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't this just like me, getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment? Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I have to fill the car with petrol and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me away from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
All right. What did y'all think? Go ahead, chime on in.
I love that pull away from the mic. Waiter!
Now, one thing is I don't know if you heard us talking about it or not, but we did make a few changes. We did make a change to the spiffing new part of the script.
What is it now?
It has been changed to brand new. Sorry, most spiffing new. So most spiffing we just replaced with brand because we've localized it to America. I'm sorry. I'm just putting that out there for anybody who's viewing this. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you about the. What's the correction?
Yeah, let me tell you about the brand. Yeah, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend.
Oh, okay. Replace most spiffing.
Yes, most spiffing is now replaced with brand.
Gotcha.
Because brand is American, and most spiffing is very British. All right, I've said this before, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this up again. This is in relation to the performance that you just gave. Unless, and this is what most people are going to say, who are going to be buying a voice for a voice acting spot. Unless you are absolutely spot on with all of your, with the accent, unless you can fool a native, I don't think you should go with an accent. Specifically because you can break out of it, you can fall out of it. You can, sometimes you don't know how to form the words properly with, whatever the case may be. There's always something that's going to absolutely break the flow of the accent if you're not like 100% spot on with it. So if you were actually going for an audition for this one, I would not suggest going with the accent.
I see.
That was my observation as well, Michael. You seem to come off a little bit almost an Australian twang here and there instead
yeah.
of, I think this is supposed to be proper London sounding.
And let me try this then. Is this any better?
Yes.
It is, but once again, I wouldn't suggest it.
Yeah. And the other observation, as long as I'm on the floor here, it came off a little too hostile or frustrated. Not quite as conversational as I personally would have expected to see this. I mean, I would imagine this is a person speaking to another person, or stream of consciousness or what have you, but it came off a little bit too frustrated.
Yeah, I see.
So I would say don't go with an accent. Just
that's
be.
Sort of what I was getting at. That's sort of what I was getting from this script. I mean, this guy, he knows he has to get going. He's already running late. There's all this stuff on his mind, and it's really starting to get him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know there's a certain amount of that I think is appropriate. Just dial it back like 5.2%.
All right.
Wow, I think it's the first time we've ever had decimal places when it comes to percentage. That's just being impressed.
I
am impressed.
We call it voiceover math.
Yep.
All right, whenever you're ready, go for it.
Another one?
Yeah.
All right, then. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the most spiffing new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with petrol and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me out from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
All right. And what did you guys think of that?
Pretty good. There is a way you can trail off with that anyway at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're still having a conversation. So you could, there's a possibility that this would work, but you could probably ad-lib. Anyway, like I was saying.
Yeah.
And then stop there. Because then, whoever's editing this, if you were actually in the full gig, they would chop off that, like I was saying, and then just fade down your anyway.
Yeah.
The other thing is that performance was exactly the same as your first one. Like literally exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Did anybody else notice that? Am I the only one who heard that? That it was.
No, he's got a pattern going on.
Yeah, the exact same performance. You have fallen into a pattern.
And what sort of pattern is this?
Well, it's whatever you had in your mind for the first performance.
You got muscle memory going on.
Yeah,
right.
It's you've stuck with the exact same performance. It literally didn't change.
Well,
Don't be deterred. It happens.
Yeah.
Why don't you try? Let's go ahead and break this up with a completely different character. Why don't you try California Surf Bum?
All right.
Just as absolutely laid back and as stereotypical as you can muster it, dude.
Lackadaisical, man.
Come on, just be as radical as you can with your language, but as totally chill as possible.
Just let it go and let it fly, dude.
That should work.
I could always go and find the clip of Nathan singing "Let It Go" in character. Maybe that could help you, loosen it up a little bit.
That one is on
Hang on a second. Let's try to think this over.
No. You're doing the accent. Get out of it.
Right.
You're a California beach bum now. It completely get rid of that.
I really must be going. I've been sitting here for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. No matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about this wacky new fruit blend tea stuff from Bigelow. I mean, Well, what was I gonna? Isn't this just like me getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment? Where's that waiter anyway? What's the? Hang on a sec. Waiter! Oh, and of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank, and well, there's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway, where was I? Kind of lost my train of thought. I know it's kind of a roundabout way of saying it, but what was your name again? I forget.
I think I went to high school with that guy.
Totally.
I know I went to high school with that guy.
All right. Let's come. No critiques on now. This is a pattern break. Let's go ahead and come up with another character. Somebody else, different character.
I actually like that one.
Yeah.
Well, especially the ending.
It worked.
It did because he's not in that pattern anymore. Completely broke free of it.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
put up with that sort of muscle memory thing all the time at the ice cream shop where I work.
It's a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
About
See,
half the people who go there get the size names wrong, try to think that the cones are sizes or whatever. And some people don't even, well, none of them even read the menu that's right in front of them.
All right. Well, that is frustrating. This is voiceover
Yes.
we're talking about here.
Yes.
Yes.
VO.
So now it's time to be the
So,
actor.
yes, I think I get what you mean by muscle memory.
Yeah, muscle memory or patterns is like, this is why I personally don't like to choose a script like way far in advance of one of these, because I know I'm just going to read it all. I'm just going to read it over and over and over again, and I'm going to think, okay, so I'm going to do this that way. I'm going to do this that way. You know, it seems like the emotional context, and whatever. I start analyzing the whole thing, and then, when it comes down to the performance, it doesn't sound natural and easy anymore. It's this thing that I've sort of invented in my mind of how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then when I try to perform it differently, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why I wouldn't suggest like locking yourself into, this is exactly how I'm going to do it. I think if I may be so bold as to say this, I think even some of the best auditions are the ones you question whether or not you even did it right.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Like
It's very
when I landed the taste for ABC, like they sent me my audition back, the actual audition that I did at my agent's studio, and I'm like, wow, I sound terrible. I would have done things completely differently if I would have really taken the time for it. And that was the one that they wanted, apparently. So when you absolutely trap yourself into this one style of reading, you're going to come across some issues. So you don't want to do that.
All right.
I have a question. Okay. So, Michael, you mentioned that they sent your audition back to you. So why would some companies or agencies or what have you do that?
It depends. It all depends on the company. It all depends on the agency. It all depends on who you're working with. They sent it to me actually because I asked for it. I wanted to know, exactly what it was that they liked about my performance, and because they kept referencing my demo, and it had been so long since I actually done that demo because, casting sometimes takes forever. So I just politely asked them, would it be possible for you to send me my demo so I can match what I did? So they did, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, wow, I totally just did this right off the cuff.
Okay.
So, it's never good to practice a script so much that you can't take direction anymore, or to convince yourself of a performance so much that you can't change it up at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you were so focused on trying to get the accent down properly that your first two reads were exactly the same.
Sometimes I find that happens to me.
Well, really, Paul, you disconnected from your character, you know, because you are this guy in the story. Okay.
Mhm.
You know, this guy, his name is Nick. He's always in a hurry, yet always, or
Yeah,
mostly late.
always in a hurry, always distracted, and
You know, and he stays frustrated sometimes, but he does love his teas.
mhm.
So, you know, hence introducing the product, which they only pretty much mention once in this piece of copy, which is why after that anyway, there's probably way more product placement, you know, done by another voice actor / announcer, you know, in the
Okay.
spot. So
Yeah, clearly that's where the commercial starts. After.
yeah, so
Yeah.
but you are this guy, you know.
Mhm.
So you know, instead of an accent adjustment, you needed a mindset adjustment.
All right. That's great. Thanks for the tips.
All right, so just be you, relax, give it one more take.
I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check.
No, drop the accent.
All right.
Drop the accent.
Right. Okay. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about this new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment? Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway, how are things holding up on your end?
All right, what did you guys think of that one?
Felt more relaxed, him just being himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you played with it more.
Yep.
There you go. Sometimes you just need a good pattern break.
Mhm.
Exactly.
All right, well, hey, congratulations. You've done it.
Thank you.
All right, so who was next? It was Wesley.
It was indeed.
Well, Wesley, you are free to go whenever you're ready.
All right, then. Give me 1 second. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for about 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with petrol and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
All right. What did y'all think?
That seemed a little, I don't know. I didn't really feel the frustration in that take.
You know, in a sense, you didn't have to.
Yeah.
You know, because I see where
almost
Wesley
like
was approaching it from.
Keep going.
You know, he's approaching it from that, you know, very calm, very true to British nature personality.
To me, when I read the copy, he just seemed very exasperated, but exasperated in that British, dry, lackadaisical way. Like,
Yeah.
what I've seen, they don't really get mad. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a zen kind of, this is...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's called quiet desperation.
Yeah, or something.
This waiter has me very put off right now. Can't you tell? That's that personality, that attitude. That was, you know, he brought the attitude into it that he needed for the character he was performing.
All right. What did you guys think of the performance itself?
I think it was quite a contrast from Paul's read, just because Paul was so emotional that maybe hearing this right afterward made it sound like it was a little flat. But now after hearing the comments after that, I guess I do tend to agree. Maybe it doesn't need to be over the top, frustrated. It sounds like he's kind of accepted that he's stuck in this situation, and it is what it is. So, I just would say that from a technical standpoint, you did stumble a little bit. The pacing could have tightened up just a little bit more, but I mean that's minor. If I had to find something to criticize,
No problem.
That's nice.
On top of that, for me at least, from what I heard, the accent was very inconsistent.
Oh, where did I drop?
Multiple places.
Oh,
maybe right on the second sentence.
Yeah. It started with the second sentence, but there were several places where you picked it back up and then dropped it back off.
shite. Bollocks. Bloody hell. All right, then.
Yeah. Because I seem to notice that, well, there's actually something I remember seeing about, comparing British news media to American news media. It's, basically the joke was British news media is keep calm and carry on, whereas America's news media is everybody panic.
Good observation.
Very true. But when it comes to the performance, once again, unless you are an absolute native speaker, I would suggest just going, with your most natural sound.
Yeah, I see.
I fooled actual Britons before, just to throw that in there.
And I'm not going to deny that. The thing is once again, it's more important to sound natural than to try to sound convincing.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Because buyers are going to go for the natural sound. Buyers are going to go for the easiest and most painless sound.
Yeah, that's kind of something I keep forgetting for some reason. I'm sure a lot of people end up forgetting that for some reason too. I
mean, in like 90% of the audition scripts that I've seen, it's always, don't sound announcery, non-announcery. I think what they're really trying to say is, just be as natural as you can. Because you have the announcer sound, which is big and bombastic, and hey, this product is fantastic. You should go buy it now, and this is why.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
But those voices really haven't been popular outside of being satire in a long time. Since like the 70s.
There are a few spots and places where the announcer still lives.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part.
For the most part,
usually, they usually hire people, to do those voices satirically.
Yeah.
Or when the thing's actually not super serious. But when it comes to actually commercial copy, people just want the most natural sounding person they can find, just the easiest sound for this, for their particular spot. So that's again why I think it's super important to just always stick with your most natural and easy sound, because that's what people are going to buy.
All right.
If you want to try it with the accent one more time, you're welcome to. I would say just go ahead and go with you. Just do you.
Okay. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the most spiffing or the most brand new fruit blend from Bigelow. Let me start over. That most spiffing got me messed up. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. No, isn't that just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is the waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
All right. What did you guys think of that one?
Not bad. I like the pacing was good. You know, the different points and phrases that make up the thoughts of it were set apart very well. Much better read.
Yeah. It was conversational.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. Wesley, how do you feel about it?
If the audience is happy, or the client is happy,
Yeah.
I am happy.
Yep.
I've only
Good
had
mentality to live by.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said that was a good mentality to live by.
Yeah, I've only had one professional voiceover so far in my endeavors. It was for God, now I can't remember what, United Way, and when I did it, I thought I sounded horrible, but the client liked it. And
Yeah.
So it was.
I remember a couple of weeks ago when someone said something about not self-critiquing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing is not to, we have to self-direct all the time, especially those of us who do this from home, but self-critiquing, oh my God, that was terrible. And then we go with 20 more takes and it's getting away from performance, getting away from being in character and getting more into being analytical.
Yeah, in your own head instead of being the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I personally think that self-directing and self-critiquing are two different things.
Yeah, they are. And again, it can really mess you up if you get self-critiquing while you're self-directing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my little tendency to be over-analytical has tripped me up a couple of times where I've gotten this, okay, hey, you're disconnecting from the character. You need to, and me, I love to be in character. But if I let the engineer take over in my head, and then it's like, analyze this script a little more, you screwed up. It takes me way away from where I need to be as performer and just lifting that off the page. Okay, these are my thoughts. This is me. I'm here on the page and not here in the booth trying to tweak my levels still.
Yeah, if I might clarify really quick, I believe that, like I said, self-directing and self-critiquing are two different things. Obviously, many of us are familiar with self-critiquing, where it's like, oh, I could have done this better, I should have done this differently, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. It's how you could have improved. Directing, specifically, voiceover directing, self-directing, is how close to the story were you? Like, so every script, obviously, every single script has its own story, even if it's a corporate narration. There's still some story to it. There's some point that you're trying to emphasize and to illustrate. I mean, I remember doing a comparison video for Honda of Canada a while back, and it was really like, Honda's got this, and their competitors have this, and this, but they lack this and this and this. So like there was a little bit of counterplay with, here are the features from the competitors, but here's how it works better in Honda. So even though this was more of like a serious professional sort of thing, there was still that little play of the voice, and it was mostly just to try to be as close to the story of the script as possible. So self-critiquing is how you can improve your performances altogether, but self-directing is how close you are to the story of the current script.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, do we have another volunteer to go next?
I will go.
Okay.
It's
The
Nick.
boy. Oh yeah, come on. There's no way we don't know who Nathan is. No way.
Well, we have two ladies in the room, and of course, they probably don't hit the same pitch I do, but I pride myself in being a guy that can do stuff that they usually say in voiceover only women can get cast for. So,
You mean like this?
well, it's just one of those things, I mean, I'm just gonna do this anyway.
I
Well,
suppose you do have a point.
whenever you're ready, go for it.
Wow, time's flying by. I really need to get going. I've been sitting here now for, oh God, almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, whatever. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about a brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Well, that's just like me, getting sidetracked while I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! Oh, of course, I still have to put gas in the car, make a deposit at the bank. Man, there's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway, like I was saying.
I heard there was a lot of panic in that read. But I did like how you played around with the script.
Mm-hmm. Very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Actually, I personally don't think that panic was necessarily the right word. There's definitely a little bit of a rush to it. I think that was was the right touch for it, at least.
I'd go with well, it was very restrained, but yeah, you could hear the inside. Oh, on the outside, he's trying to keep a straight face, trying to act that everything's under control. But on the inside, he's thinking, no, nothing's under control. I have to go wherever it is I need to go ASAP. And I'm running late, and the check's not here. Where is that stupid waiter? That's what I was getting. That's what I was getting for that read.
Okay. Now, does anybody have any suggestions of how he should perform it? How he might perform it differently, or some change that you've noticed that you think he could try?
It felt a little fast, like someone else said. And just slow it down a notch or two. Was it 5.2%?
That was 5.2% of my dialing back the anger in my.
Oh, okay. Then let's slow it down about 2.5%.
Oh,
Okay. We've got percentages in decimals this week. Where's Dash with the peaks and valleys?
Yeah, I know. Where is that right now? We need those peaks and valleys.
And I'd say my peaks and valleys were pretty good, but not self-critiquing, okay?
It's all right, honey. Your peaks and valleys were totally fine. Totally fine. It's not what Dodge sounds like, but still. Anyway. Yeah, go ahead.
Wow, time is flying by. I really need to get going. I've been sitting here for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, whatever. As long as I'm here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit tea from Bigelow. Well, that's just like me, getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to put gas in the car and make a deposit at the bank. Dude, there's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway, like I was saying, that fruit blend tea is pretty darn good.
Okay. Now, there was a lot more variety of emotion in that read. I can tell you already.
Yeah, you really created a character, and really brought it to life. You can tell that's sort of your forte.
Yeah.
It's a good read.
About midway through, it sounded, well, that part where you said, now isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late? That sounded almost like you were laughing at yourself. I like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little self-deprecating.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked it. Since it was T, that character sounded Southern. It really worked.
Yeah, I let my natural bent toward a Southern accent because that's what I'm around predominantly living here in Tennessee. So,
Tennessee, that's where I'm born. Awesome.
dynamic.
Well.
Middle Tennessee.
Yeah. Let's see, I grew up around Kentucky people and, well, some from Kentucky and some from New York. So I had a nice blend of accents to learn from as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm an accent absorber. My wife is from Kentucky.
Me too, yeah.
So, but yeah, what the thing with the character is I really didn't push the issue of my dialect and just went as natural as possible. You know, just basically put myself in the moment. That was it. I was like, drop the dialect. Of course, as you can tell by the way I read this piece of copy, that I had completely edited it to be more regional. You know, it was completely regional to London before, and now it's regional to anywhere in Middle America. So,
Regional.
I mean, if you want to regionalize it to someplace else, I can change it up just a little bit. Oh, wait, God, I just went into walking.
Yeah, you did a good job keeping the diction to a regional sound without getting twangy and sounding, is that sort of a proverbial Kentucky accent.
The ever loving put on Southern accent. I was listening to somebody on a TV show. It was from back in the 80s, but I was listening to him do a Southern dialect. And one, it was forced, and two, I could tell he was trying to do an impression of Sorrel Book, so, which is, Boss Hogg from the Dukes of Hazzard, and so I was like, okay, he's doing two things here. He's trying to put on that accent, and he's a guy whose natural accent is not Southern. So he's got that Southern gentleman thing going on, and then he's trying to lay on some other layer in the middle of it. I mean, I'm watching this. I'm like, I'm seeing stuff in this performance that I never could see before. But the thing of it is to be regional Southern, you don't have to really slather on a big, thick accent. People from Knoxville almost don't sound like they're from the South, especially people in professions and this guy's late for an appointment. So, that means he's got something going on. He's in the city. So it's going to be a little less noticeable, his dialect, if he is from the South.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those little technical things.
That'll do it.
Well, so we're okay. Discussion. Oh, got it. All right, cool.
Dead air. Advertising.
I say so much and invoke silence.
Yep.
Well, anyway, would anybody mind if I went next?
Absolutely.
Oh, not at all.
Go for it.
All right. Oh, I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm here, still here. Pick up. Well, don't matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where's that waiter anyway? Waiter. Yeah, over here. Yeah. And of course, I still have to go fill the car with gas and make a deposit to the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyways,
Spot on. Bang on.
You got the part.
Yeah.
oh, sorry about the clip clopping in the background. Those were just my dogs.
It's life, dude. It happens. It's totally cool, man.
But was there anything that I could do differently? Anything I should try differently? Anything I should change?
Not at all.
Honestly, I think I don't know. You clearly just blew all of ours out of the water.
Yeah. I'm just going to go now.
Cue the sad Charlie Brown music.
So what I was going for with this one, and what I had kind of been thinking about as I'd been listening to the performances and thinking a little bit about my own, is that this is some guy who is actually he knows he's late, surprised at how late he is, but knows he's late. He or she, they know that they're late, but they're really just self-deprecating about it because it's nothing new. They're getting all sidetracked with talking about tea. So that's what I was going for with this one. I know you didn't think it was too fast. You can.
No, actually,
Nothing I could do to change it.
The pacing was maybe a little bit fast in a couple of parts, but it really fit with the character that you were portraying. It seemed like his persona, so it's not really a criticism.
Yeah, then the pacing fit the character. It was,
Alrighty then. Well, I'm done.
Didn't have a forced rush feeling. You did good.
I'm done. All right. If nobody has anything, that I could change up, then I mean,
let's just go with a safety, and we're good.
You could go. You could go again. Do it horribly, and then turn around and do it just as well, just to make us feel good.
Okay, safety take. Got it. Safety take. All right.
Oh, he is human. He messed up. Oh no, blew it out of the water again.
Oh, I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter, as long as I'm still here, I don't know where I'm going with that one. Pick up. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't that just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! Yeah, over here. Yeah. Oh, and of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
That was an even better take.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad we went for safety.
Yeah. Well, you went for that tiny little adjustment, which, okay, knowing what I've seen happen with promos I've done before, they'll probably stack part of one with the other.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
You know how that happens. Those editors are like, okay, I like this bit right here. Let's put that bit with this bit, and, oh, that's just perfect.
Yeah, I would suggest you just let the editors do that. You let the client do that. If you do that on your own.
What I'm saying is the client has done that. I mean, I noticed because it's like, I remember what I did. And then, I'm listening to the playback. Of course, there's one thing I've done, and I hear it 7 days a week because it's right at the TV station I'm at. That is a real uncanny experience when you're hearing your own voice every day. I'll just look up and say, man, I like that guy. He's good. But it's you can tell that it's like, okay, they like parts of take one and parts of take two. Now, there's something else I did. It's not on the air yet, but I heard it, and they took the first take. You know, personally, I think the second take had a lot more energy, and they wanted the first one. So,
Isn't that always the case? They just they surprise you with what they want.
But hey, it works for them. So,
Hey, as long as you're getting paid for the spot, that's all that matters.
That's it. I booked the gig. I'm cool.
There you go.
And even if I didn't book the gig, I'm still cool because I got to perform.
All right. Well, hey, unfortunately, I've got to get going. But I leave you all in the very capable hands of the one and only Nathan Cundiff.
Brilliant.
Yay.
So, Nathan, my challenge to you is to give somebody a crazy character to read before the end of this.
Okay.
Sorry, this is
No need to explain, old chap.
So yes, I will see you all next week. Hopefully you had a lot of fun, and yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
Cheers.
Cheerio.
See you later. And who's next? Alyssa has been, albeit very quiet during this one.
I know. I've been listening. I'm just resting the old voice, still getting over bronchitis, but I do want to give this a go.
Okay.
All right. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here. Let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
Okay, first thing I need to note is that your accent was all over the place. Yeah, so, yeah, like I believe it was Michael who said, unless you can fool a native, don't bother with accents.
Well, I wasn't really doing an accent. I mean, I was trying not to do British. I was trying to do more of a
I
proper,
see. So it's a parody thing.
I would say
I kept picturing a particular actress. She played the mom on 2.5 Men. You know who I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was picturing
Yeah.
somebody who was, well, desperately trying to act like an upper-class Brit, but failing at it.
I would say
I mean, it's
yeah,
sort of
back.
a show in a show sort of feel. That's what I was getting.
It felt vampy, like Glenn Close and the Dalmatians or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for.
That's what I thought. When you were doing it, I was like, that sounds like
Yeah.
I was picturing like the very well-to-do, maybe late 40s, early 50s, covered in jewelry, permed hair.
Yeah.
Little vampy.
Yeah, that is how you present it, actually. Vocally, you present it that way. You know, it wasn't so much British as it was more of somebody who had their accent influenced by their place of affluence in life.
Well-to-do.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or their attempt to at least keep up appearances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for.
Well, Alyssa, on the other hand, I think you handled the list of things you still had to remain to do very well. Probably the best I've heard. And when you called for the waiter, it seemed like the most appropriate response out of the group that I've heard so far. You nailed that. So there was some, a few good points that stood out in your performance for sure.
Thank you.
Okay. For your next take,
Mhm.
Try going with the more natural middle America kind of thing.
Okay. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know about everybody else, but that had the soccer mom feel.
Very authentic. Yeah. I would say, you isolated some important points in the branding and just what they're selling here. The brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. I think you hit him just a little too hard. He punched it just a little more than it needed to be. But other than that, it's a much better read.
Okay.
Agreed.
Anyone else?
Get here.
Yeah, I would say that line gave me the most trouble when I was practicing the brand new fruit blend tea. I kept wanting to skip blend, so that's why I kind of probably slowed down more on that.
Yeah. Say, do another take, do it the same middle America thing, and then just adjust with the tea part, Remember, you are liking this new tea you found recently. So you're telling your friend all about it, even though you're 20 minutes late for an appointment. You're going to try to tell them about something you just discovered,
Right.
So go for it.
Okay. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
About the same. Nice pace.
Good pacing. Yeah, you were a little less of an announcer on the fruit blend tea part there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tried to just glide through it a little bit more.
Yeah, because I know, we all know that the client wants the brand punched. At the same time, we got to punch it without punching it and getting away from conversational. There's really actually something you can do when you're doing that. I don't know what you're doing with your hands, but, let me tell you about the new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, see, when I hit Bigelow, all I did was just put my hands up as though I'm emphasizing the word, without trying to punch the word vocally, but yet I'm still emphasizing it. And that motion makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I do try to gesture.
Yeah.
I find that helps me.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a good take.
Good. Thank you.
Agreed. I think you responded real well to the direction you got and followed it up just perfectly, really.
Well, thanks a lot.
Okay. Who's on the spot next?
Well, maybe it's my turn. I think there's only a couple of us left, right?
Yeah, it's you and Takia.
All right. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't that just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
Slow down.
That's funny. You know, I heard the same criticism from the last group read I said, and I told him I'm going to put a sign up over my monitor here that says slow down, just so it's staring me in the face at all times.
Get one of those road construction signs that has the slow thing on the side.
Absolutely. Maybe a bright orange blinking light to accentuate it.
Picture of a guy in an orange vest on your monitor. Hey, man, slow down.
I'll tell you what was good about that, though, was there's a lot of transitions in this script, and I thought you hit the different transitions very well.
Thank you.
You did. You
conversational enough, or come off too dry?
I think at the beginning it was a little less conversational, and you started to move into that right after you got past the fruit blend tea. So, you know, on the next take, you kind of just be as relaxed as you were at the end of that first take.
All right. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't that just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from where I need to go. Anyway.
Yeah, that sounded more conversational at the start. I think that's why, of course, when I did what I did, I pre-lifed it. You know, threw in that ad lib. Time is flying by, you know, because it kind of gets you off the ground with the fact that you were going to be late for something, and you're, you know, because I don't know, you know, you don't went into a room like, oh, I really need to get going. You know, it's like there's something missing from that sentence.
Yeah, you know, you really did, what's the word I'm looking for? Preface that real well with that additional phrase that you stuck in the beginning. And it did, you know, help transition into the thought. It's not, I kind of agree with the copy here that probably the first sentence out of someone's mouth wouldn't be, I really must be going, you know, but the copy is the copy and we have to read it as it's presented.
True. Now, of course, you know, when you do this pre-life thing, you lop off the pre-life, and then it's like, I've got this perfectly built sentence that sounds appropriate for where I'm at. You know, because, I mean, literally what it looks like is on this spot, which this would be a radio spot for sure, they're coming into the middle of a conversation, you know. So you got that little bit of, you know, starting music that's, you know, the music bed that's going on underneath. And then you have the start of the conversation, you know, building up to fruit blend tea from Bigelow, and then you going on about being late and all that stuff. And then anyway, and then of course the other announcer coming in about the, you know, where to get that fruit blend tea, you know, at your local food city, that sort of thing.
That's where the announcer voice comes in at the end.
Yeah.
You know, being very new at this, I am starting to recognize that one of the things I need to get my head around is, you know, where is this taking place? Who am I speaking to, and sort of insert myself into the environment it's meant to address. Sort of reading it in the abstract a little too much, I believe, and something I think I need some help on.
Yeah. The biggest thing with things like this is you always want to try to pre-life it in some way, just to help you to get into that place you're supposed to be at. I mean, even if if you're working from home and you pre-life it, you can lop off that pre-life before you send, final product out.
Really good suggestion. I like that.
And if you're in the booth, that sort of thing is acceptable because it's giving life to this thing. You're in character.
So that wouldn't be a no-no if you were in someone's studio.
Yeah.
Do something
Yeah.
like
Now,
that.
there are certain pieces of copy where they expect you to just stick with every word on the copy. And it's a lot more challenging that way. And then there are pieces of copy where, you're performing a character, you're a little bit more flexible. And it depends upon what you're doing. Now, like if you're doing e-learning, audiobooks, well, you got to do what's written. Stick with what the author put in there.
That's interesting you mentioned that. I am still trying to kind of decide which niche I want to get into, and I have been considering long-form narration. So, although I wouldn't rule out doing commercials, things like this either. I understand you need a commercial demo or you're not going anywhere anyway. So, something you need to work on.
Yeah. The big thing is, you got into the character.
Thank you.
And so it's just that starting off point. Because at first you almost sounded like a radio announcer.
Oh, you mean on the first take?
Have you done radio?
I really haven't had any paid work. Just getting to the point where I'm getting myself out there. So just right now, it's just practice for me.
I see. Well, I've gotten some paid work, but it's all character work. So yeah.
I want to say, give it one more take.
Character to just dialing it all back, putting a restraining bolt. Transition for the life of me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can do another take if you want.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I suggest trying to pre-life it with something before you say I really need to get going.
Okay. What is going on here? I really must be going. Let me start again. What is going on here? I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment? Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
I like how relaxed that was.
I love how that came out because, he started with, what is going on here? And that was referencing to how long he'd been waiting for the check. See, that got you right into that place.
Yeah, that made that first line sound so much more natural.
Yeah, good. I really appreciate that suggestion. I'm going to keep that in mind from now on.
Yeah, it always helps to pre-life something. Even if you're starting a sentence and you're having a conversation with, say, another character. I've got this little thing where I will read as that other character and then I will read mine. Of course, it's one of those things because I do character acting. So it's like I'll just be both characters and it brings it together.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The big thing is with us as voice actors is we get to do all those things that we were told as we grew into adults, we were told you shouldn't do. Like use our imagination and play pretend
Stop talking about
Yep.
And all those little things that people say, this is not proper in polite society for adults to do. But when we get in this booth,
The thing is, well,
adulting is off.
proper society and whatever, blah, blah, blah. I find that a lot of people just don't do that at all. I mean, if you want a prime example, look no further than politicians.
They're the most impolite society of all. But anyway, enough of politics.
Yeah, business people are even worse, actually.
But here's the thing. Is you did very well.
Thank you.
Seriously, you know, and you took direction. That's the thing, is taking direction and being able to be flexible enough to just change with how the script changes or what's going on in the copy. You know.
Well, I understand how important that is. I have gotten some feedback along those lines too from some of the other groups I'm worked with, as far as being able to take direction. So, that's encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Sorry, my wife and daughter popped in to say goodbye. Going out to spend my money.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, anyway, I appreciate everybody's input. I'm glad I met up with the group and had a chance to read with you today.
And we are here every Saturday.
Perfect.
So we do different things, different pieces of copy, and occasionally we'll have the little special, like one we did a couple Saturdays ago where we all did improv, which is another beautiful thing to add on to acting, because, I mean, you are playing pretend on the fly, just like we do when we were little kids. Nice. You know, so it's awesome, and it'll even make you even more flexible at what you do here. You know,
that sounds great. Actually, one of the groups I belong to, they get together for face-to-face, and they do that from time to time, is just improv face-to-face at this coffee shop near here. And it seems to really help.
Where is near here? Where is that at?
Well, I'm in South Florida, so near
okay.
here, you know, it's a few hours away near Orlando, but pretty central. Yeah.
Which part?
I'm near Fort Myers, the southwest coast.
Okay.
Cape Coral.
I grew up in Seminole County.
Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of a transplant here, but it's more laid back than some of the other parts of Florida that I've lived in.
I left Florida. I'm not going back unless I visit.
It's got its ups and downs.
It does. But back to voice acting. Yeah. If you want to take one more,
I'd be happy to.
So,
Nathan, were we going to do some characters like he said before he left? Was there going to be a character read or something?
yeah, he suggested that that I suggest a character read, and I might kick that off with something.
Okay, I just wanted
seeing that there was a mention of keeping up appearances.
If you're short on time and you want to get right to that, you won't hurt my feelings.
But okay. Actually, I'm going to let you do one more take.
Okay.
And then we'll take it away with that.
Thank you. What is going on here? I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't that just like me, getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment? Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway. Sorry, I flubbed that last line there.
I actually liked that read the best.
I like
because
that.
I think it was because you went straight into it without like thinking about it ahead of time. So you were totally out of your head, and I think it was your best one.
Thank you.
Okay.
I wanted to get a little sharper with that. Waiter! 45 minutes. Good luck getting a tip out of me.
They're tapping on your watch.
Yeah. That doesn't help.
Do you have any idea where I'm going?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
All right.
Well, thank you, everyone.
And as Michael suggested, that was very good. That was very good. As Michael suggested, I'm going to kick this off with a character read. And I mentioned Keeping Up Appearances, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen that show, but there's a
Yes.
favorite character on there. So, with that said, dearie, oh dear, look at the time. I really must be going. I've been sitting here for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm here, let me tell you about the most spiffing new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't that just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Oh, waiter! Derek, come here. Waiter! And of course, I still had to fill the car with petrol and make a deposit at the bank. Dear, there's something always keeping me from getting where I need to go. Oh, dearie, you do have something on your chin. Let me wipe it off for you. Anyway.
Oh gosh.
Spot on, matron.
Yep. That was nuts.
You can't unhear that.
That one's in my large barn of characters. I haven't used her in a while, but
Hey, want me to try one? Want me to try a character read just for funsies?
yeah, go for it.
Oh, this! I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Where is that check anyways? No matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about this brand new blend tea from Bigelow or whatever it's called. I don't know. Now, isn't that just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment? Whatever it is that's supposed to be. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Wherever it is I need to go. Anyway. What was I talking about again? Sorry. Brain's still not working properly.
That sounded like a Hindu Grover.
That's exactly what I saw.
I don't
Grover.
think I've ever heard anybody compare that voice. I don't think I've ever heard anybody describe that voice that way.
Look, dude, I grew up on the Muppets, okay? That had Henson written all over it.
Yeah.
It did.
Hindu Grover. That's a new one. Yeah.
You own it now.
Grover, if you were on The Simpsons.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Takia has not read yet.
She's
No,
still
she
here.
hasn't.
We are
She-
diving into characters.
Oh, she is still here.
Yes.
You're being
Takia.
very quiet.
Yeah, she's the quiet one of the group.
Sure, Mike's still muted.
Are you there, Takia?
Oh, Mike actually left about a while ago.
I mean, Takia's mic is muted.
Yeah,
You still be able to hear us, though, right?
Mm.
probably.
Oh, hello, she's back.
No.
Speak up, Takia. Nope,
That
she
was
went
the
away.
software.
Oh,
Takia?
Takia.
She may have lost her connection, but yeah, I think we lost Takia. Well, Okay. Yes, we did. Yes, I believe Takia has left the building. Okay. Well, with that, who wants to do a character read?
I can try one.
Okay.
Because I had to fight myself not to go British doing this, so I would love to do a British one.
Okay.
Sorry. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for almost 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. And now isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter? Ugh, and of course I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
Cockney, interesting choice.
I'm hearing Eliza Doolittle. All right now,
Yep.
Eliza. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Oh, I always love that voice. It's so fun.
Yeah, to me, that was spot on British Cockney. Not so much proper London, but nice read.
Thank you.
Oi.
Brilliant.
And now, Wesley.
What's going on?
Can you surfer do it again?
I don't know.
Character voice, my friend.
Oh man, I'm the British. I have a little in my bag of tricks. I have an Indian, I have a Russian, and I have a Scottish guy. So I don't know which one to go with. Man, I don't know.
I vote for Scottish.
Yeah, Scottish lends itself to this.
All right, let me try my Scott and see what you guys think. You know, I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for about 45 minutes, waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the most spiffy new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't this just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment? Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with petrol and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway.
That's nice.
Not bad.
That was good.
Yeah, good read.
Slightly lost the brogue on where, but you were hitting it.
You transitioned in and out of an Irish lilt.
Damn it.
Okay.
You held on to it pretty good, though. You really did.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So,
This puts John on the spot.
Yes, it does. Yeah. I have no characters in my repertoire, so maybe I'll just try an accent. I really must be going. Nah, let me try a different one. I really must be going. I've been sitting here now for 45 minutes waiting for the check. Well, no matter. As long as I'm still here, let me tell you about the brand new fruit blend tea from Bigelow. Now, isn't that just like me? Getting sidetracked when I'm already 20 minutes late for an appointment. Where is that waiter anyway? Waiter! And of course, I still have to fill the car with gas and make a deposit at the bank. There's always something keeping me from getting where I need to go. Anyway, boy, speaking about transitioning.
yeah.
Yeah, I slightly slipped off at the end.
Yeah,
I was hearing, who is that?
Liverpool.
I actually could hear, who is that? He played in Taken.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Um,
For a brief moment there, I was picturing Liam Neeson, especially
I
when
heard
he
it
shouted
too.
waiter.
I heard it too.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, sort of translated into that whole Irish gig, but
You
could
had
be
the
worse than-
same Liam Neeson vocal tone,
Mhm.
minus the accent.
I don't
So
know
when you
who
tack
you
on the
are.
accent, it was like an almost perfect impression.
Okay.
I have a very
I don't know who
specific
you are.
set of
When I find
skills.
you, I will kill you.
Very
As soon as I
specific
get my
set of
check.
skills.
Okay.
Yeah. He
Hey.
must be doing something right. They keep casting him.
hmm
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I will work on my characters. I'm just still trying to get to the point where I can get through a read without tripping over my tongue. So,
Yeah. Well, this is capping off the meeting quite nicely. And everybody on YouTube, we are working on trying to stream live. Got some bugs to work out, but we are going to be live again eventually. In the meantime, hey, leave a comment below, subscribe, and join Voice Artists United. There's lots of benefits to membership, especially with a large group of people like us, because, well, we're here to help each other and to boost each other in the business and just to, be there for one another as actors. And we're a really great community, and come on and join. So with that, been a great mic check, and see you guys next week.